What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to an episode brought to you by Moderation Gaming. And today we are going to be taking a look at the Critical Mass Wizard build. Now, I haven't put out a wizard build in a while, but I haven't put out one of the most important wizard builds there are for the past few months. Now, I'm going to explain every single build, every single skill, every single rune, every single piece of equipment I have, and what stats you would be looking for. I'll be talking about the skill rotation, and I'll also pop out use it on some mobs for you guys. But since I am on monster power 10, it's going to take forever to kill a champ pack, so I'm not going to go and kill a champ pack. I'm just going to go kill some white mobs or whatever on Bridge of Corsic just to show you guys. Now, the skills. We have Energy Twister with Wicked Wind. You don't want your Energy Twister to go anywhere, so that's why I use Wicked Wind. Teleport. I always teleport into mobs like this, and you want to take least amount of damage at that point, so I use Safe Passage. I take 30% less damage, which is good. Diamond Skin, I run Crystal Shell. Of course, you want to run Crystal Shell for so you can absorb more damage. You're going to be using that for any range attacks you might be taking during this build. Now, Frost Nova. Here's where you decide what rune to take. You can switch it around if you don't if you're not proccing enough crits and you're not getting your CC fast enough. Use Cold Snap. If you're in a party setting, I'd say go for Cold Snap to keep everything CC'd nicely. But since I'm solo, I don't have the exact damage that I'm looking for, so I get enemies take 15% more frost damage, or if they're frozen, they take 15% more damage by Frost Nova, which also helps along with Cold Blooded. Anything that's chilled or frozen by Frost Nova, by example, damage is increased by 20%, so that's good. And then we have Explosive Blast here. Explosive Blast is one of the main parts that you're going to be using. You're going to use Chain React. Well, I use Chain Reaction. You don't have to use Chain Reaction, but you just three consecutive explosions blow up. You deal 97% damage each. You want the 3 explosions so you get as much chance to get a critical proc off of anything that's around you. And here's also, you have some leeway. If you don't have enough resistances, I'd say if you have 600 resistances and up, you can use Storm Armor. And then now that also depends on and now the runes depend on how much critical hit chance you have. If you don't have enough crits, go with Reactive Armor. If you do have enough critical hit chance, go with Shocking Aspect. Now, because you have such high crit chance, you're going to be critical hitting and you're going to be doing damage. Or Reactive Armor, you're going to be hitting everything around you to have a chance of getting a crit. Now, if you have enough crit chance, you don't have to go with Reactive Armor. You can go with Shocking Aspect. But if you need to get more crit procs, go for Reactive Armor. Now, and of course I use Energy Armor because I don't have enough. My resistances aren't too high. My resistances hit around 600 to 700 when I use Prismatic Armor. And then my physical resistances hit 800 when I use Prismatic Armor, and it's a huge boost for me, so I want to keep that there the way it is. And then we just have Astral Presence. We want that Arcane Power regen, and then we also want that increased Arcane Power. And also on your items, you might want to also get increased to max Arcane Power. Kind of helps the build a lot. Critical Mass, which is what the build is really revolved around. Critical hits just cool down your spells by 1 second, which is good. And then all damage dealt to targets here, Cold Blooded. That's kind of works with Frost Nova, as I said. And that's pretty much it for the skills. You can switch out Energy Twister for Meteor with Liquefy. The initial impact of the meteor causes a critical hit. This is good if you have enough arcane power on crit. If you're going to run Meteor, you need to switch out your helm for an attack speed helm to a arcane power on crit helm. So you can get those arcane power on crit so you can keep casting those meteors. That's an opinion on myself. Like my own opinion. That's what I like to think you need, but you don't necessarily need that arcane power on crit for your helm. I just find it's a lot easier to run with Meteor if you're going to be using this. But Energy Twister just works just fine. You need the attack speed if you're going to use Energy Twister. Now you see my armor here. We're running with Shantotos for offhand and on hand. I use that for the attack speed. You want high intel on this and your arcane power on crit. As I said, well, if you're looking for any items that can have arcane power on crit, you're looking for offhand, main hand, and your headpiece. Now you could switch these out. I use Mempos for the attack speed. I have Shantoto's Will for the attack. Shantoto's Will. Tal Rasha's Relentless Pursuit for the attack speed, and here I'm running Lakuni's. I'm running Lakuni's just for the mostly for the movement speed here, and you also have attack speed, vitality. So the mains, and get your usual 12% movement speed in your boots as well. You're looking for all resist. Also, you want some life on hit on the rings, and I also got some high life on hit on the amulet with some attack speed and intel. So you're looking for some int, some intelligence, vitality, life on hit, arcane power on crit, and critical hit chance. Now, my critical hit chance is 33%. My critical hit damage is 83%. Now, if I switch out my wand here, I get 202% critical hit chance, but I do not get that same arcane power on crit. What you can do is switch out your helm for another to increase that arcane power on crit. So my helm and my so now I'm dealing a little bit more damage, but if you're having trouble CCing everything, keep it on with critical hit and attack speed like this. You need that attack speed to be proccing your Frost Novas enough. That's literally how many Frost Novas you're going to be proccing, is the amount of attack speed that your attack speed might be bottlenecking the amount of Frost Novas that you need to cast to keep everything CC'd. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all you actually need for the crit mass build. Now I'm going to go out to here, we'll go to the depths. And I'll show you guys what the build looks like. Always keep your energy armor up. Pour it in like this. And button mash until you kill everything you find. A mighty adversaries before us. Well, we're not going to take on any champ packs. So. And there's a there's a goblin right there, but I'm not going to go for him because enough button mashing it already takes for this, and I also want to just make this video as
I need arcane power.
Oh, champ pack. I'm not going to take that on. It'll take too long. You shouldn't be and you don't have to be afraid of anything in Monster Power 10 even, because you keep everything CC'd and it's all just so easy. You just have to get in there and get those procs rolling, and that's it. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you liked that little build there, and other than that, you can roll Archon build, and also have other builds on my channel which are just kind of fun builds that I like to use, that kind of just skills that would combine together to make a good overall build. Now if you find yourself dying a lot, also use the Templar, but do take off any one of his abilities that might knock back enemies, because if your Templar does start knocking back any form of enemies, your everything's going to be spread out and your Frost Nova isn't going to hit anything. So you're going to want to take that ability off of him, retrain him, and I just used heal, loyal. So yeah, I used the heal, loyalty, onslaught, and inspire. Now I use inspire is really good for the arcane power regen, the 0.5 per second. It might not seem like much, but it might just be enough for you to cast a Frost Nova to keep you alive. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it, and I will see you guys next time for any sort of other builds. I'm going to be starting some Path of Exile builds as well. I know Path of Exile is a really big hack and slash besides Diablo 3. Diablo 3 is kind of going down, but I still love Diablo 3 as much as I have in the past. I just haven't been playing it all that much. League of Legends has kind of been my game, but it doesn't really matter. Other than that, guys, we'll see you guys next time.